so you'll have to let me know.
I'm
when
33 seconds in.
Alrighty, sir. I will pause with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining before the game starts. Let me know when you are there.
1 minute and what seconds?
20.
20 on the dot. Okay. And 3, 2, 1, go. We are in.
Perfect. So excited because this time I get to be here. So our blue team spawning in the bottom side of the map, so you'll see their backs the whole time, unless they are running away like little girls. We have the Sex Demons.
There they are, the winners of the first game in this set of 3. We will see if Asclepius Gaming is going to be able to turn this around for themselves.
Yes, and in the top side, we have, of course, Asclepius Gaming and all of their wonderful players. And we have 2 tanks that are going to try to tickle each other a little bit in the left mid camp.
Yes.
I think a Ymir, Kumba, a nice little tickle fight would really be a nice way to get things started.
Who doesn't like to see a little bit of a tickle fight here? We see our bee champion, who's going to be guarding all of his bees all over the place. You do not want to get hit with any of his skills, especially this early in the game. Basically, at the beginning of the game, he feels like Ao Kwong, and as the game goes on, it only gets worse. He's also got those free wards.
This is JJ Robert, LOL. This is a mad duel shoutcast as both the Druox and myself, the TheDannySaur, alongside each other now. Actually, hopefully, I'm going to cross my fingers and pray that as this game starts, there is no stasis mode for this guy.
We are going to do the best that we can to keep the cast going with 2. It looks like they might actually be posturing to make a steal in this experience buff camp over here on the right, and there it is. Wow.
Nice work. That was absolutely fantastic. Bastet with that beautiful pounce and retreat. Pounce, hand of the gods. And that's one of those little things that really helps you gain an early advantage.
Mm-hmm. Scylla gonna be doing her best in her lane here against Ra. She's got a tough lane to take care of with Ra up against her. With all that sustain, it can actually be very good for him if she tries anything silly. Kumbhakarna gonna do a bit of damage to Ymir here. Already starting to take over the lane for himself with a little help from his friend, the Bee God. The Honey Butcher.
Yes. And as we see in both the left and right lane, we have our secret agents for Asclepius Gaming split up. Apollo in the left lane and Bastet, of course, on the right. And both teams going in, and Bastet's trying to get a little bit busy with Vamana. Can't she get it? Oh, great mummify there by our Anubis player, Epic Pandaren, but not able to pan out. And actually, Sex Demon's getting a much better turnaround on that exchange.
Mm-hmm. They did plenty of damage on their own. Both of the lanes of this, actually all 3 now, because mid lane is starting to get pushed up a little bit. All 3 lanes are starting to get really pressured by all of the teammates of Sex Demons, but it looks like that isn't really adding up to a kill. However, the pressure that they have is going to really help them control the jungle, which is what you can really do to get a great advantage in the early game. If you control the jungle, you start to control the pacing of the game.
And it looks like Freya, Enema of the States, coming over to try to attempt something on Scylla. Oh, a big lift, but Scylla, as you mentioned earlier in the cast, so escapable with that Sentinel, able to just get right on out of there. And so Freya is going to venture even further and try to steal a camp.
Mm-hmm. That is her plan, and I hope that it succeeds, as they need every advantage that they can get, especially in the early game. The more advantages you can grab over your opponents, the more you will be able to control the pacings of each lane and where everyone is and what they are able to do. It looks like Ymir was able to catch these 2 before they could do much. Look at that early game damage from Ymir. Oof. A third of their HP lost almost immediately. In the right-hand lane, Bastet going to come in for the gank. Oh, he misses the mummify. That's not good, and it looks like Vamana is going to actually come out on top here, getting the kill on Bastet and running out at the same time, all with the same move, and Ra getting the last hit snipe.
Oh, what a great snipe just coming from that side, and that searing pain, kablamo, and good night, Irene. That's going to be a 2-0 lead. Sex Demon saying that they want to win this second one and not even go to a third.
That might be another kill. It is. A Muffin Man really trying to take control of each lane that he can, being as mobile as possible as Raw. And if you can get Raw all over the map getting these kills, you might see yourself winning the game, no problem. And with Kumbhakarna on his side, he just might be able to make it out of here. Bastet trying to come in and get something started, but only ended up missing a lot of her abilities. Freya kind of catching her in the jungle here, but there won't be a kill. In the meantime, mid lane, Ymir getting very low. Will he die? Yes, he will die.
Absolutely, and Bastet's going to try to come in and try to take out Ra a little bit, but no such luck as that. Pounce is going to send her all the way back, and Asclepius Gaming at a big disadvantage here. I mean, Bastet's pretty low, and it's going to be a 2v1. So just be careful. There is that I'm a monster attack, but she does not connect, and thus the aggression kind of ends, as it looks like they're going to go ahead and take out that mid camp on the left side.
They have decided that they have done enough damage, and since they baited out the ult from Scylla, she is not going to be able to sneak up on him and pop him. So they feel safe to go after some camps in the meantime. Ymir going to be walking around in the jungle, as he should be doing, as they do not really have a lot of wards up right now. Sex Demons, on the other hand, have 2, where I can only see 1 for Asclepius. Oh, there's the second one. Ymir throwing it down over here next to the Gold Fury, as he should be doing. They could definitely go for a Gold Fury while they're trying to get their lanes back together on the red side.
Yes, currently our blue team is in the bottom left trying to take out a little bit of camp, get that nice blue buff for them, and they are successful in doing so. Oh, and that creep actually reset real quick. A little bit of a misplay, but no big deal. And it looks like Asclepius Gaming is going to do the same. So currently, as things stand, Sex Demons certainly taking the better of most of the exchanges and still hold some pretty substantial advantages just in terms of health and even just some mana, as we see in the mid lane. Rod is having full mana, and on top of all that, having an extra level is going to be a little bit rough. So Asclepius certainly needs to put something together here pretty quick if they want to come back into this game.
The Sex Demons really showing some dominance right off the bat when you look at the scores, 4-0. They're doing their best to keep pressure on their enemies, and it is really working into their favor. Vamana getting caught here, pincered, but he has his amazing escape, which is one of the best in the game by far, unless you get stunned. But they didn't have a stun, so he was able to quickly get out of there because Anubis was not in position to hit him with his stun, and thus he was unable to follow up.
Oh, and big baby Vamana decided to go giant baby mode, and that pretty much ended the aggression. And I mean, Anubis really tried to lay on some damage with an ult, and Vamana just was not having any of it, as it looks like Freya is going to come in for the gank.
Freya wants to get this kill for her team, but I don't know if she's going to have what it takes. She uses her ult. Oh, it does! Just barely on the corner of it. Just barely hitting him. That was so close to a miss. Oh, that would have been terrible if she missed it, but she was able to get it barely on the last outside corner of that small radius, using all of the damage of her ult just to get that barely killed on that Anubis. Fortunately for her, Anubis did not have a dash or jump or even a blink, or she would have been denied that kill easily.
Absolutely, but she kind of had the skill shots just right, as it looks like, oh, she just barely missed the tower. There it goes down, misjudges a little bit. And Bastet is trying to get caught here in the middle. Could be devastating.
Oh, she does actually end up jumping out and does not get sniped. That would have been a kill if he hit her. The closeness of that was literally right in front of her feet.
I think a Muffin Man should have the secret agent skin for these snipes. Give that man a sniper rifle, as he was so close, just not quite able to connect.
If he could see where she was going, I think he would have hit. Kumbhakarna is somehow... I think that Ymir accidentally trapped himself in his own wall, and now he's kind of stuck. In the meantime, Freya getting a quick kill on Anubis once again, as they are continuing to chase down Ymir, who is running for his life. Scylla going to be able to save him using her stun, as they continue to put some pressure on the enemies. Bastet jumping into 2 people, not exactly the smartest decision I've seen him make all game. In the meantime, you have Vamana with his friend coming in from the right-hand side, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any fights going on in the meantime. That was kind of scary, but nothing really came of it yet.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, Sex Demon's currently sitting at a 6-0 lead, and they are trying to take this first place by storm, and with emphasis. It's over on the left side. Apollo's pushed back to his tower, a little bit rough. Nice little snipe there to deny the quick escape by Kumbhakarna, but he doesn't seem too displeased with that, as they are posturing very well, Sex Demon that is, to try to take this middle tower here, Druox.
And it looks like that could come back to haunt them, as Bastet is going to actually capture their AD carry, and he is way out on his own. There is nobody even close to saving him, and that's going to be a quick kill for Bastet, who's going to have to run away. And now it's Apollo who's all by his lonesome up against 3 people here, and I don't think he's going to make it out. He is not. Rookip's taken out here.
What is rule number 1? You never leave your secret agent behind, but that is exactly what happens. We have a giant fight going down here. All kinds of ultimates going down. 4 different ults. Can they get Vamana? He's running the giant baby mode, granting him those extra protections and that life regeneration. But no, Kumbhakarna able to take out Ymir, and it looks like our baby will get out. Trying to take down Bastet now, and oh no, Bastet jumps away. So many close calls. Kumbhakarna trying to mix it up in there to end things. But it looks like that will be the end of the aggression as both teams disengage.
It doesn't look like they are completely out of the game at this point. Asclepius, as you could see, still able to get kills in spite of them being at a 6-0 disadvantage. But as you can see, the damage is still there. They are able to do what they need to do if they need to do it. The only downside is there is so much tankiness between Kumbhakarna and Vamana, especially Vamana in big baby mode, sporting his low mana skin with all those lovely sound effects and his blood money, which is literally him bleeding money, which is a very funny little touch.
I believe I think they should just rename his runaway ability just
yeah, the uns break beat. He should call it a break beat because he's taking a break with a lovely beat.
Yeah.
Scylla trying to get the stun, missed it. Ooh, big hit though.
Yeah, as both these two, I was watching the exact same thing that you were. Ra v Scylla has been entertaining to say the least. Oh, and it looks like Bastet's in a little bit of trouble, depending. Go ahead and throws the cats and gets away. And can they take out Ra? No, they cannot, as he does miss. And Enema of the State able. Oh no, Scylla, Delta Rayon coming across, but not going to be able to get it. And that, she paid the price dearly for coming out that far.
She got baited. That was a great play.
Oh, Ymir accidentally walling himself in. That's got to be frustrating. And a Muffin Man with his Raw America firework able to take him out. Really, really rough. It's those little things like that can really demoralize you, as right now, Sex Demon's on a 4-0 killing spree as a team. And they are just pushing this lead little by little. And a Muffin Man just matching a huge amount. And now going for the Gold Fury to really try to solidify this lead.
The whole time you've seen Vamana slapping this turret. In comes Bastet, but he's in big baby mode. He isn't afraid of anybody. Down goes the turret. And they also got the Gold Fury. Look at that. What a lovely exchange. Nothing for everything.
Yes, a great split push there. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a giant baby and you're not. So he really doesn't care. As Amuzen and Apollo both mixing it up a little bit, but it looks like Apollo decides, oh, okay, maybe that wasn't the best exchange there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to win out in an exchange against this guy. All those DOTs, the only way to beat it is with just more flat damage, and Apollo is not in a place where he can really do that. Not to mention he has a way harder push than Apollo does.
Yeah, kind of a team fight going in the middle.
That might be a kill in the left-hand lane.
A snipe coming by. A Moosencap trying to get it. He may not, but in the middle, there's all kinds of things going on. So many people are so low, and that's going to be the death of Anubis almost for sure. Yes, he goes down. Now an ultimate coming out, kicking out Ymir. Can they get Bastet? No, not quite. Bastet smartly runs away, but this split push now again working, and a surrender vote has started, and that will end it. Sex Demons winning in convincing fashion.
That is the second game in a row for the Sex Demons. That's got to be demoralizing.